Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for watching the video today. Today we're going to be talking about timing and BPM and what that means for music producers and why it's so important, okay? Let's hop right into it.
Oh my God!
Okay, guys, so we're back right now. We are in the video. This is Logic, so this is the software that I'm using to make my music and to produce my music. Now, everything that I teach you guys today will be able to be used in any software that you guys are using. So if you're using FL Studio or even a mobile version of GarageBand or something like that, you'll still be able to apply everything that I'm telling you guys about in your softwares too. So today we're talking about BPM and tempo, right? What does that mean? So first, if we look up the definition of BPM, it stands for beats per minute, or it's commonly known as BPM. It's a term for measuring the tempo of a piece of music. So tempo is a musical term for the pace or the speed of a piece of music, right? So pretty much in Logic, right, when you, what did I do?
Oh my God!
Up some strings. Didn't mean to do that.
Stupid.
Okay. So this box up here, right, where it says 120, this is our BPM, which is the tempo of what the project is actually going to be set at. Over here, this 4x4, or it says 4/4 here, that's the time signature. And then we'll get into what this means right here a little later, that's 16. So pretty much what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create an empty region. We'll stretch it out for 4 bars. So this is also very important. So these numbers up here mean something. So if you don't, like if you're just starting out and you don't understand what time signature or tempo is, that's exactly what this video is for. So we're gonna actually take this down just a little bit to make it a little slower so I can show you guys what it sounds like. So we'll bring it to 100 really quick. So now for those of you who don't know, if you just press the letter K on Logic, it'll actually play the metronome for you. So you hear that? So you hear that click? That's what we want to hear, right? 3, 4, okay. So this is where math kind of comes involved. Now, mind you, I was not a good math student at all in school, but this is basic math, quick math, right? That's what I said.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
And it's 4x4, right? So if we hear the click, we're gonna play 4 beats. So we're keeping 4 in our minds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And now this just lets you keep yourself kind of contained so that when you're playing something, you can actually play it and stay inside the beat itself, you know, like, so you're staying inside the tempo of what you're setting. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're able to know when you're supposed to hit the notes so that it sounds good. Because I can go like this and it's not gonna sound good. And it doesn't sound good. But if you hit it on the 4s, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, it sounds good, right? So it sounds better. So now let's dive into actually this grid and what this grid means, right? Now this is where this 16 number comes into play. So as you can see, if I scrolled into it, let's get rid of these other things. So it's just the piano roll. Okay, so if I scroll into it now, you see all these little measures are small, you know, like so. Let's play the 1 and then you'll see it go. See how fast it's going? So it's skipping by all these little boxes. So if we wanted just to see the 4x4s, we would click on the 16, bring it all the way up to 4, right? And now these boxes are only the 4 boxes, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see it being represented because right here it's showing the 1, that would be the 2. So if I got zoomed in a little closer, we would say it 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and etc. You know, so it goes on like that. Now, the perfect example for this is if we were playing drums, right? So let me add. Oh, wrong thing. Let me delete that track real quick. Let me add a hi-hat real quick, and then we'll do it like that, because this really kind of shows, this will show the difference now when you're trying to program drums or something like that, where the difference comes into play here with diving into the notes. Okay. So, piano. Let's delete that. Create a new track here. And we're on the hats now. Okay, let's pick this one because it's not too harsh. Alright, so if we wanted to do every 4, we would click in, get rid of that. We would click in every time, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would just do that really quick. Two, 3, 4. I'm gonna turn the metronome off real quick so you just hear the hi-hat, right? So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right? So we have that. Now let's say we wanted to double that, right? So instead of doing 2, 3, 4, we wanted it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it would double, right? So then we would come back here and do it by 8, because 4 times 2 is 8. So if we want to double the speed, you times it by 2, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So then if I make these a little shorter now, and then I take them again and I drag them over, 1, 2, 3, 4, it doubles the speed of what I'm playing. See, so you're still at the very base of it. You're still going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but now you're double timing it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, something like that. Now, if you want to get a little more advanced with it, and this goes more for hip hop producers and stuff like that, you can really start to drill into it. Go to the 16th notes, because 8 times 2 is 16. So if we double it again, it's going to go even faster. See? So that's kind of how it works. So you have to always think everything at the very base is going to be by 4. Now this is if you're in a 4x4 time signature, because there's other time signatures, and then that'll be something that we talk about in later videos, but today we're only talking about the 4x4 time signature. So at the very core, you're on 4 beats, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to double that, it would be 8 beats, right? So then you switch to 8 beats. If you want to double that, it would be 16, and so on and so forth, you know? So now how do you get those rolls and stuff, how they do those rolls, right? So let's clear this out. And let's say that we wanted to make just a simple hi-hat pattern, right? So you wanted to go 1, we want to do every other, which would technically be 4x4, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's say we wanted to add, a 16th note in there right before the 3 hits. So we would go 1, 2. Right, so you hear that? We go bum, 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 bum. Now let's say we wanted to add a 30-second roll right there instead of the 16th note, because we know, hey, it kind of sounds appealing to the ear to hear, and I'll play it on a different note. It kind of sounds better to hear this 30-second note roll going into the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear it? 1, 2, 2, dun, dun. And then so this is all time signature, guys, and this is what this comes down to when it comes to BPM of what we're talking about. But it's such an important part. If you can memorize this grid and you can memorize where notes land, so obviously we know the hi-hats are easy because hi-hats for the most part you can put them on every note and it'll sound okay, you know. You can put them like that and it'll sound okay, you know. Now you can't do that for other instruments sometimes, you know. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna sound good. And that's kind of what we're going for here, is how if I'm just starting out, right, I don't know anything about music and I just kind of want to make a beat, where should I be placing these items on the grid, right? And that's what we're here to do, right? So let's add in a kit real quick. And we're gonna break it down. So we'll add in a simple drum kit. Make sure that these are kind of turned down. I don't want to blast your guys' ears off. Okay. So we have our hi-hat, right? So let's just copy and paste those eighth notes the whole time through, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, we're at 100 BPM. So we're going to create a new track here. And then this one is going to be for the kick and the snare. So usually the kicks will always land on the 1, right? So you put a kick on the 1 here. Let me get rid of that. So we have a kick on the 1. I'll do this by 4s so it makes it easier. So 1 and the 3, right? So if we want to do a simple beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we add the clap. You see where the other space is, so how there's a space in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna add it there. That's where we're at our clap. So copy and paste that over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now this is very simplistic, right? So I'm not telling you guys, this isn't a beat I would just put out and be like, oh, we're good to go, you know, like we're ready to sell this beat. By no means am I doing that. This is only for training purposes on learning where you should be placing the notes, right? The MIDI notes. So this is okay, but this is not really hip hop, right? Or if you want to create a hip hop beat, you wouldn't do it exactly like this, right? So let's take this out really quick and let's look. So I think the kick should still be on the 1, right? The kick should be on the 1, but in most trap beats and most hip hop beats, what you'll find is the clap is not going to be on the 2, but it'll actually land on the 3, right? Oh, sorry, that was really loud. I know, I apologize. Alright, so right here. You hear that? That's how there's a difference. And then if you want, so usually a simple progression that you can use in trap, right, is the kick being on the 1, the claps will be on the 3s, and then you can have the second kick coming on the second note. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You see? So it's all about the counting because you have to know where you're counting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See how? And see, the hi-hat hasn't changed. The hi-hat stayed the same, but the whole beat sounds different now because of where you're placing it. You know what I mean? Where you place those notes at. So 4, 1, 2, 3. Now if I switch to the eighth notes, right? So I just took it from 4 to 4, and now I have more room to play with where I put my notes, right? So a good tip is if you switch it to the eighth notes, and you put a snare hit here, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be on the second half of the fourth beat, and then the second half of the first beat, it would be like this. Now let's speed this up a little bit to a tempo that's more like trap, which is you can do like 130, obviously 140. 140, let's go with 140, because 140 is kind of regular. Alright, so it's all about memorizing where you want to put these notes at, you know what I mean? But, and nobody's to say like, hey, you can put the kick here. Nobody's saying that you can't put the kick there. I'm just saying that there's kind of a formula behind this, you know, and most producers stick to the same formula. So when you're keying in, if you're tapping in MIDI notes, there's pretty much standards of where you would put those notes at, but it's always be experimental, always try to be different, always try to be unique, you know. You might want to, you know, you can skip that first note and put it on the second half of the first note. So it's the 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, you know, so it comes in on the and part. So with me, you know, I would probably keep it on the 1, you know, add different notes and yeah, guys, so this is just very basic stuff. We're most definitely gonna go more in depth. If you guys did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If there's something that I can improve, please let me know down in the comments. Or if there's something that you didn't understand, let me know. I'm gonna be talking to you guys. I'll be active with you guys. So yeah, this is our BPM and training. This video is actually gonna be a part of a bigger video where we actually talk about how we're gonna make a beat from scratch. This is just like one of the first videos that we're gonna do, but we're gonna talk about melodies. We're gonna talk about changing, you know, in the progressions and the patterns, and then eventually how to track out your beat, you know, so you have ups and downs in the beat, and we're gonna make a beat from scratch. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up like I said, and I hope you guys have a great day.